Joined now by senior quarterback Cade Klubnik. How far away?
Is it good to kind of finally have this camp portion over with, and now you can start getting in a routine, turn that attention to LSU?
Yeah, super excited for that. I think it's been a great camp. You know, it's been really fun. We definitely got blessed with some good weather on the front end. It's been hot the last couple of days, but it was a really good camp. I feel like we took a lot of really good steps and a lot of good strides that we needed to take. Come back with a lot of veterans. I didn't feel like we had to restart. You know, we had a really good summer where we kind of just hit the ball rolling straight from summer and rolled right into camp, and felt like we were on the same page. And just been a really good, I don't even know how many days we've gone. 3 weeks, something like that. But it's been really good, and excited to head into the season. Excited to get into a new routine of things with the new schedule and everything. So yeah, pumped. Feel like we had a really, really good camp, and excited to go start playing some games.
Do you think about it, like 11 days, you start to feel a little bit of excitement, or is it like now there's still a lot of work to do before I really get excited about that?
Yeah, there's still a lot of work to do. Obviously, I'm excited to go play a game and everything, kind of feel the buzz going around, but there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of work that we still need to do, and between now and next Saturday, there's a lot more hours in the film room, a lot more hours in the field that we need to have and be really good at in order to go be great on that Saturday. So just kind of keeping it one day at a time. You know me, so that's it.
Anybody else for Cade?
We had quite the visitor this morning, or Joey Logano. How cool was that? Did that kind of like pump you guys up for the last practice?
Oh, it was awesome. Honestly, I'm never really been a huge NASCAR guy, but that was like top 5 coolest things that we've ever done in Clemson football. That was like unbelievable, man. I was so fired up, especially he burned out the tires at the end. There was smoke everywhere. It was awesome. Yeah, it was really cool. That guy's a legend in what he does, so it was really cool to get to meet him and got a picture with him, and got to change one of the tires too, which it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So it was cool. Yeah, it definitely fired us up heading into last fall camp practice, if you will. So yeah, it was awesome. It was cool.
I think you said on the ACC football road trip there last night that you wanted this group offense to be elite in the red zone. Just where do you feel like this offense has made strides, at least in that category?
Yeah, I think we've been really successful in the red zone in terms of just this camp. We've had a lot of really good plays. Just taking care of the football has been one of the biggest things. Limiting negative plays, limiting sacks, runs for loss, but really just taking care of the ball. And 5 yards is great in the red zone. So being able to put those plays, put the ball in play, as Coach Riley likes to say, and let our playmakers go make plays is really good for us. So, and then obviously we have the freedom down there to make Coach right sometimes. Sometimes they're in a look that isn't very good, and we can kind of help them out and maybe check into something that's going to be a little bit better. So just having the freedom to do that at times, and we've had a really good camp in terms of that. So hopefully take a step in that this year. Yeah.
How much freedom do you have to kind of check things at the line and change into something different?
It's controlled freedom. It's not like I can go up there and just run whatever I want. But Coach Riley enables the quarterbacks to, sometimes you got to play ball, and you see something, you're going to go do it. And, being able to prepare throughout the week and see certain things on film that might hint something to maybe check into something, or it's also maybe not sometimes checking out of a good play to get into another good play. It's checking out of a bad play and getting into a really good play, especially down there. So that's really any type of the field, but it's controlled. Yeah, it's not like I can go do whatever I want, but there's definitely some freedoms down there that put us in better situations. Yeah.
It's gotten better under each season under Coach Riley, I guess. Is there another level this offense can reach in year 3, and if so, what does that look like?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think just red zone for sure, starting off, just continually being more explosive, getting the ball downfield. We got guys that can do it. We got offensive line to protect. I think we've got a really good run game that's going to, really, really help us. And just continue to do those two things really well and take care of the football and, just don't shoot ourselves in the foot, just take care of the ball and do what we do. And, I'm excited for it.
Hey, that shirt that you wore of Ryan on the way to ACC Media Days, what was the message that you wanted to send by wearing your centers on your chest?
I didn't really have exactly a message. Ryan's like one of my best friends here, so he's one of a kind. I don't really know how to describe him. So, I got to kind of rep his thing, and it was fun. Just, I didn't want to make there's only a few of us that get to go, and I didn't really want to make it about myself. So, just anytime I get to kind of show praise to those guys, and I always want to do that. So it was really cool to be able to do that, and I wish the rest of the line had shirts so I can wear them too. But yeah.
The media talks about this season, or they talk about, Cade Klubnik. It's always about, well, he made such a big step last year. He can do even better this year. You can't chase last year. You can't chase last year's numbers. How do you put your mindset in? What is a successful year for you? What are you chasing?
I don't know. I don't really know how much numbers, really matter. I don't really pay attention to my stats or anything like that. It just doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I want to go win. That's the stat that really matters. If I go, I have 8 touchdowns and 450 yards of offense, but we lose, I don't really care. Pat myself on the back for what? So, I want to go win every game and, just take it one game at a time. One game at a time and one day at a time, and can't go win them all till we win the first one. So.
Is that where Coach Sweeney's windshield mentality kind of brings through for you?
Yeah, are you talking about more about last year, or just? Yeah, I'm not even really focused on last year. Nothing that happened last year, is going to matter whenever we go set the ball down. So the work that we put in this, in the last 8 months, that's what's going to matter. So yeah, not really paying attention to it.
You took a significant jump between your first year as a starter and your second year. How much more of a jump can you take? How much more growth is there?
I think there's a lot. I looking back at last year, just throughout the year, and I wish I had a lot of plays back. Just missed a lot of throws, missed some reads, missed some big time plays that when we were up big, and let guys kind of linger back into games when I didn't want them to. So just being more aggressive throughout games is going to be big for me, big for our offense. And I remember my high school coach always saying, we'd be up, 40 in the third or fourth quarter, and we keep, going and driving on people, and people would ask him, hey, why are you not just kind of letting off and running the ball? And he'd say, because I respect my opponent, and I think that was a good reminder that he told me this offseason. I want to respect my opponent. I want to give them full 4 quarters of what we have, and I feel like sometimes last year we got up big and let up. So that's a big thing for me, is not letting up. Let's stay aggressive for 4 quarters, and then just taking care of the ball, and let's go be explosive with my arm and with my legs too. So
Being aggressive, what it takes to kind of maybe avoid some of those lulls y'all saw as an offense last season?
Yeah, sometimes we also were just shooting ourselves in the foot. That just doesn't help. Just looking back at some of those games. But yeah, just not growing content. Whether you're up 21 at half, anything can happen. So just, got to stay aggressive and keep doing what we do. Can't change what we do. And that, it starts with us and starts with me. So.
Go a couple more for Cade before we go to CV.
Looking back at the Gator Bowl 2023 for you, just how did that last drive kind of boost confidence for yourself through last season and entering this season?
I think it definitely did. I think it just boosts confidence in this, really whole team heading into last year, just everything that we went through that year and the way we finished out. was awesome. And that was a really fun game. And to finish the way we did definitely catapulted us just with momentum and confidence and just kind of lit a fire in us and carried through last year and I think really continued to carry through us to now. So.
Time for one more, if anybody has one.
Doing a story on your relationship with your old high school teammate Christian Edgar, and you talk about how when you went down with that shoulder injury, that gave him an opportunity to play.
Yeah.
Just tell me about the relationship with him, and that's not a memory. A lot of people would probably say this is one of my favorite football memories. Why is that still one of yours?
Yeah. So Christian was, one of my best friends. Was literally on the phone with him today, actually. And so I got hurt my senior year. I think we were playing Bowie and hurt my left shoulder, and I was out for 3 weeks. And he was my backup, and he was just, freak of an athlete. Picked up football. His dad was in the Army and kind of moved all over the place growing up. Was in Jordan and Alaska and all these places, and didn't start playing football until he's a freshman. And played quarterback and kind of just, was one of my best friends back home. And I got hurt, and he got to come in for 3 games. And he was a senior too, so this is his last year. And had 15 touchdowns in 3 games and just absolutely lit it up. And because of that, he got to go and play college football and go walk on at Rice. And I just look back at that, if in the moment I'm hurting and I'm upset and I'm sitting there just so sad that I'm missing 3 weeks and I'm committed to Clemson and I'm so excited, but I'm missing 3 weeks of high school football. But then I got to go cheer him on for 3 weeks, and then at the end of it, he's getting to go play college ball, and that was one of the coolest memories. Like you said, that was one of my favorite memories from high school. Was never know how God is working, and that was just a really cool thing. In the midst of the chaos and what I was worried about, just had to kind of set my mind on, all right, what's God working right here, and He was just totally working, and it was really cool what He did through all that. It was awesome. Yeah, so appreciate you asking that. Yeah, thank you guys.